I don't normally make videos like this, but this one was something that I wanted to speak about because as a DJ myself, it does affect me in a way, not directly, but there is something to be said about the current climate when it comes to clubs and just being out and having a good time. And even though I may look young, I'm in my late 30s, so I have been around for a while. I was there before mobile phones became a thing, and I've been involved when the smartphone has become a massive part of people going out. But this here from the Vic Fix says here how influencers killed nightlife. So when the dance floor became a content studio. Now, just reading for you quickly here off the side. Says he stopped being about the music, the moment, the room full of strangers who became friends by 1 a.m. Somewhere along the way, nightlife became a content operation. Venues redesigned their lighting for phone cameras. Promoters started curating guest lists by follower count. VIP stopped meaning exclusive. It all started meaning visible. And the dance floor, the one place where none of it was supposed to matter, they got a new headliner, your phone. So 57% of Gen Z, I'm not sure how the metric was captured for this one here, but it says capturing an Instagrammable moment on a night out is essential. I don't know who actually gives a shit about that. Not the music, not the people, the content, just getting a picture, being seen in a particular club. It used to be a matter where you went out to a club and you were exclusive and it's like you were seen there and people speak about it. Now you just have to take a photo of yourself and all of a sudden it's just like, wow, doesn't really mean anything anymore. There's not the music, not the people, the content. Which you can't really see there because my camera's in the way. Let's move it here. So you can see there the content right there, right? So here's a real question. If your phone died at midnight, would you still stay? Be honest. So let's move the camera back across here. And let's go through this here. So the first thing we're looking at here is saying that beforehand, before mobile phones and all that sort of shit became a thing, says the best nights never needed an audience. There was a time when nightlife existed only for the people inside the room. No content, no proof, no performance. I did see a video the other day. I wish I could find where it was, but it was a video of Fede Legrand and he's playing Put Your Hands Up for Detroit in like 2007, 2008. And it's got the whole building. You put your hands up, all that. And then he just drops and everybody's hands are in the air. No mobile phone, no digital camera, no analog, nothing. Just hands in the air. That's what we want to get back to. That's what I want to get back to at least. So before that, it was all about this. And you always see old clips of Ibiza in 2006. I think Roger Sanchez is playing with David Guetta or it's Carl Cox. And it's just people just everywhere, just having a good time. No one standing around bopping or scrolling on their phone or taking a picture. Just everyone having a good time. That's what it was. That's what it was all about. Nowadays, not so. Says now, nightlife is now a social climbing spectacle. The question is no longer what the night offers, but what you can extract from it. So people don't go out to have a good time. They go out now to be seen, to network, to show that I was at this venue. Look who I got in. I was in VIP. I was hanging around. I know the DJ. I know the promoter. I know the owner. All that sort of shit is fucking annoying. And I'll be honest, I'll probably, many DJs out there, promoters as well, maybe do think like this, but won't say it. It's fucking annoying to think you know somebody just because you said hi to them or you hung out with them once or you spent enough money to be in a VIP section. But this picture you can see there, lady taking a photo of the sparklers with the bottles comes out, the bottle service. That's the new thing, yeah? Or not the new thing, but taking the pictures, right? It says VIP has changed. No longer secluded spaces. Now they're open tables in the center of the room designed to be seen, not experienced. So when people see you, it's like, oh, this person's in a VIP section. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, I wonder how they got there. Money. Everybody pays up. Everybody pays money. There's connection lost. The night shifts from a shared experience to an exercise in visibility. Presentation replaces presence. So as long as you're seen to be doing whatever you're doing and people look at you like you're somebody, you feel good. You take a little picture of your champagne or your vodka, whatever it is, the sparklers are going, all that sort of stuff. That's the essence of it, really. And that's a frustrating thing. Now, I can't really hate on that because if it's offered for money, then anyone's going to be there. As long as they pay up, they'll get there. It used to literally be exclusive. You had to know a DJ, you had to know a promoter, the club owner. Now you pay enough, you'll be there. And personal experience, a few weeks ago, went out with my wife to one of my friends' events, and it was in the city in Sydney. It was a great night, fantastic. And there was a couple of VIP booths behind the DJ behind the DJs, and these guys they paid their money, whatever they did, but they were just in the fucking way of everything the whole night, and they got told to calm the fuck down before they got kicked out because they think just because they paid they can do whatever they want and act like idiots. Like, and the women are no better as well, all sitting there trying to pretend like they're, you know, glamorous and all that sort of stuff when they work in retail Monday to Friday. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but don't act higher than what you actually are in the social ladder. Yeah, that's the nightlife, shall we say. The dance floor has a new headliner, your phone. The performance, every table is a stage, every drink is a prop. The night doesn't begin until the first story goes up. I don't know how to say it, but like, when I started DJing, yeah, at the age of, in clubs, 18 in Australia, no phones, as I said, no mobile phones. You maybe had a digital camera here and there, you recorded bits and pieces, but there was no phones. You couldn't post on social media. If you recorded something, it was on your camera. It wasn't on your phone. There was no socials, none of that, right? And then come the late 2000s, early 2010s, that's when it started to shift over. So before that, it was just people would go there, they maybe take some photos with their friends, to have a digital camera to remember the night, and that was it. But you couldn't upload anything until you got home, jumped on your computer, your laptop, whatever it was, and then shared it to the world. Now, click, send, bang, done, and away you go. Where's the joy in that? No joy in that whatsoever. Technology, as good as it is, sometimes it does make things a little bit more frustrating. For me, at least in my opinion. Says the transaction entry is no longer earned by showing up, it's earned by what your profile looks like at the door. So it's always been a thing, and I know doormen from Sydney's nightlife back in the day where they would let certain people in based on how they looked, and obviously their appearance is always going to be a thing. If you were 3 guys and no girls, you're probably rejected. If you were 2 guys and 3 girls, you were probably let in. Or if you were with a female that you pretended was your girlfriend or whatever it was, if you're lucky, if you sneak enough, you got in there. Nowadays, it's pretty much anything goes. So I don't know if this is exactly true here. My experience, they do just let pretty much anybody in. Again, where you end up in the club, that's the question mark, because still it's all about knowing people and spending money. If you spend the money, you'll get access in a way. It says when the front row is recording and nobody's dancing, that's not a crowd, that's an audience. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is now. It is an audience as such, and I can't say, it's probably another video to be done, but the DJs that do the what do you call, boiler room, and everyone's around them, and like Hugo and all these others, I'm just like, yeah, it's fucking cringe as hell. It says what's the culture actually lost? So 57%. Again, I'm not sure what the metric is, but it says Gen Z capturing an Instagram moment is essential. The DJ no longer selected for skill or taste, selected for social following. The booth became a brand placement. I can't tell you how much it frustrates me and many others to see new DJs out there, and there's nothing wrong with new blood coming through the ranks, because we ain't going to be here forever, but they're there because of a following, because of a social media presence. Like, their mixing is okay, but they don't offer anything different than the next person other than having more followers online. And that is a fault of the club owners as well, who want to capitalize on the DJ or the performer and their fan base. And just because you have a fan base doesn't mean you're going to have people following you around everywhere as well. You've got to remember that. Just because I have 10,000 followers doesn't mean 10,000 people are going to show up wherever I play. Obviously, they're probably all over the world. I'm not going to make it anyways. But even then, still, numbers online do not correlate to actual people inside the clubs. It's a fallacy that a lot of people misunderstand. So just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean you're actually good at what you do, or that you offer anything worthwhile. People, I mean, I won't get into it, but in any case, it says here, the moment spontaneity died when every night became a pre-planned content, the best memories are now ones that performed worst online. So yeah, when you see something and you're like, oh shit, that wasn't expected, fuck, what a good night that was, it hits different, as opposed to, I'm going to do this, then we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, and it's all planned. It feels like work, and it shouldn't be work. It should be a place to have fun and relax and unwind. Like, you work Monday to Friday to unwind on the weekend. You don't want to go working on the weekend again, planning things as though you're a director or some content creator who's doing shit for money, unless that is your job, of course. And when it comes to recording inside clubs, you have dedicated people recording live streams, snippets and things like that, actual videographers who do this for a living, not people staring at you with their phones in their hands recording for stupid amounts of time. So it says, if your phone died at midnight, would you still stay? No stories to post, no reels to edit, no proof you were ever there. Your answer says everything about what nightlife has become. So it is different. It is different. Says the greatest nights in this industry were ones that nobody could prove happened. And more stories like this on the Vic Fix. So let's see if there's anything new posted on here. Death of the resident DJ. Nobody dances anymore. No influencers killed the nightlife. Where is it here? Nobody dances anymore. This is another one true as well. Dance used to be the whole point. Exactly. You were there to dance and have fun. Now it's just being seen in a club. Oh, look, I'm taking a picture. Oh, look, I'm hanging out with. Oh, I got a VIP wristband and all that sort of shit. Standing became cooler than moving. I can't. It depends on where you are. If you're at a bar or a pub, you're playing music, you're just creating a vibe for the people. You're not there to have them being dancing in front of you. But if you're at a club, people should be dancing, in my opinion. That's what it is. But now it's a content studio with a fog machine. Dance floor was happy before anyone called it that. A dark room, loud music, anonymous movement. You couldn't think, you could only feel. Yep, back in the day, that's what it was like. Floors is empty, the tables are full. Yeah, it's all about hanging out. It's all about being in the spotlight nowadays. The dead center. Yeah, it's crazy. Connection's gone. Dance Floor's therapy release, no longer available. When was the last time you actually danced? That's a fair point. And the death of the resident DJ. It's another one here. The resident was the reason you walked through the door. Exactly. You knew the DJ that played. You knew the music that was going to be playing. You knew who was going to be there. You were there for that particular DJ. The music that they played. You knew the hours that they were playing as well. You had their mixtapes. You had their mix CDs. And you went to watch them play. Now, everyone plays the same shit effectively. It's all commercialized stuff. There are some clubs that are still specific to a certain genre of music, but it's still not the same for reasons we've just discussed here from the Vic Fixers post and what we've gone through. Because you can have a very good DJ, but they're playing the same shit you hear everywhere else. It's like, what's the point? So it says here, what do you play became how many followers do you have? The playlist became secondary to the profile. The warm-up slot became the only slot, and eventually the resident DJ disappeared entirely, replaced by a fly-in with a bigger name, a preloaded USB, a crowd that came for the poster and left before the encore. And here's what died with them: identity. A resident gave a venue its sound. Without one, every club plays the same 10 tracks in the same order to the same crowd that doesn't know the difference. What I just explained now. Regulars came back for the residents. They trusted the night because they trusted the person behind the decks. Now every night is like a first date with the stranger, which is true. You just don't know what you're going to expect half the time. Now when residents don't play, it's always somebody new. You don't know what you're there for. It's mad. You used to go there and hear the music that you knew was going to be played because you wanted to hear that music or that DJ play because you loved it. Now, anything goes. Booking call, what do you play became how many followers, fly-in, resident, yep, we got that already. Every city sounds the same, arms up, mic in hand, pre-recorded set running in the back. I mean, if it's a massive festival type of operation, yeah, I get that. Autopilot, the DJ technology is its own video altogether. I'm not going to dwell on that. Identity, loyalty, we went through that as well. You know, your favorite club and shit like that. So yeah, you can see it there. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it there. But there's a lot to be explained yet and move forward. And again, post I saw the other day said if the DJ booth was moved to a back corner in a club or above somewhere in the darkness out of the spotlight and people couldn't see you, would you still be a DJ or would you want to be a DJ? Me, 100% yes, I would, because DJ should be heard, not seen. It's nice to be known, but not to have the spotlight on you. Again, depending on what you want. If you're out there doing stupid faces and having everyone around you like a boiler room and you're doing performative shit and you think that that's going to get you up there, or there's a nice little clip and shit like that, and I see it, I'm just like, where are all these people having fun? Why is the DJ like on the main stage? I get the culture has shifted and a DJ is now a performer, not just someone who just plays music, but someone who, you know, acts, and like Salvatore Ganacci, he does like handstands and break dances on stage and shit like that. Timmy Trumpet does his hacking and he sculls bottles of vodka, and you got others who are just on the microphone non-stop and all that. I get it. Everything has its place. If it's a massive festival, if it's a main stage thing, if it's what do you call it, like Tomorrowland or something like that, I get that, or ultra music, sure, but a club, the DJ don't need to be in the middle for everyone to see. Put them in the back corner somewhere, let them play their music, let the people enjoy themselves, and let it be that. But again, everything that we've gone through just now, that's changed. It's not the same anymore. For better or worse, that's where we're at, and that's where I'll leave this video. I'll link the Instagram page below so you can check things out for yourself. But yeah, if you got through the 15 minutes of this, I appreciate you all. Let me know your thoughts down below. See you.